Grand Emprise Time Travel Survival is a soulless asset flip trash heap that is asking for $18 for you to suffer through it. And in this video, I'm going to prove why. The gameplay is soulless, redundant, copy and paste. You spawn in with no backstory, no idea who you are, where you come from, why you are in this situation, and thus no reason why I should care about any of this. You receive random tasks and have random tech trees that are set up with arbitrary things to do in order to progress. Just starting out, you can fix your highly advanced teleportation device with raw materials, and by raw materials, I mean rocks. How exactly does that work, developer, that you're able to fix a teleportation device and time travel device with a rock that you found on the beach? It is just so low effort, it's amazing. Anyways, you eventually get to the prehistoric era, and there are dinosaurs that you can kill with rocks somehow. And then you can give them meat and tame them. Why? Who knows? It really doesn't have any impact on the game because you can't take the dinosaurs with you for faster land travel. And by the way, you, riding a raptor, can kill a T-Rex somehow. The movements are total jank as you essentially ski and glide your way wistfully across the ground. Why do you have this ability? No one knows, but it's just a thing, so just keep playing the game, ignore it. But also there is fall damage, so if you do glide on a cliff, have fun dying. But also death isn't really something to fear in this game, unlike other survival games, because you can spawn pretty much right next to your corpse and retrieve your loot. Nothing in this game has weight, nothing in this game has substance, and nothing in this game has meaning. You are just some guy with an unknown past who knows a lot about how to craft everything you need in every era of history that ever existed to get back to your futuristic home. Where does this knowledge come from? Who is this mysterious being that keeps giving you pointers on what to craft next or placing markers in the physical world for you to follow? Nobody knows. It's just here. Anyways, you find this cave and it takes you to this beautiful and staggering in scope temple. This environment is really impressive, but something wasn't sitting right with me. How can a game with such terrible controls and AI have such amazing environments? Well, it turns out that the entirety of these environments are literally copy and pasted Unreal Engine 5 assets from the marketplace. The only difference in the Aztec environment you see in the store and his in the game is that he added some space assets. That way it doesn't look like a total ripoff. And listen, I am fine with single developers using assets to get the game off the ground, but they should not be the entirety of your game world, and they should be used to supplement your own creative work. Grand Emprise is a masterclass on what counterfeiting and plagiarism is, because it really is. He just buys these packs, places them almost unedited into his game, and then acts like nothing happened. It is the most unethical thing a developer can do, and I use the word developer very lightly here, especially when you're going to sell it for money. I could see this game costing $5 on a good day maybe, but honestly, it should cost $0 because that's the total amount of man hours put into the development of this game. If you need further evidence that this game is an asset flip, let's take a look at the developer himself, shall we? If you navigate over to his Steam store and click on his hyperlink, you can see that this solo developer actually came out with another video game in April called Karagon, Survival Robot Riding FPS. Fantastic title, makes me want to play. And not only that, he has another game coming out soon as well called Alight, Lunar Survival. How is it, you ask, that a solo developer is able to handle the stress and workload that comes with crafting so many ambitious titles? Well, it's simple, my friends. He buys the pre-crafted environments from the Unreal Marketplace, adds slight modifications, and then pushes it off as finished work. But just because you're a greedy, copy and paste, unimaginative developer doesn't mean you're a hypocrite, right? For example, let's go to this very well thought out and detailed negative review of this game with only 0.3 hours of total gameplay time. 567 people found this review helpful, so this man alone stopped 567 people from buying this game. But the developer, not happy with that, responded and said, "Thank you for the long list of art credit. However, this is really not a valid review when you only played 0.3 hours. Just like all the others, I guess. Maybe people will be smart to actually read the reviews of the players that have actually played. Sure, he has a bad attitude, but that doesn't make him a hypocrite, right? No, not necessarily, but let's navigate over to a review he made on another survival game that came out recently called Forever Skies. I'm sure you've heard of it. Behold, his review of Forever Skies, a negative review with, ironically enough, exactly 0.3 hours of gameplay time on his account. I guess that means that his review is also not valid. It is just so pesky, being held accountable by your own arbitrary standards. Grand Emprise has no soul. The developer is a greedy hypocrite, and you would all do well to avoid his games in the future. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Path out.